Hey everyone, Jason Roy here. Education is a big deal. It's the bedrock of opportunity. But not all education systems are created equal. In some US corners, folks face an uphill battle accessing quality schooling. Today we're diving into the 5 states facing the toughest educational challenges. We're talking graduation rates, college enrollment, the whole shebang. This isn't about pointing fingers, it's about sparking conversation, understanding the complex factors at play and finding ways to bridge the gap. So, buckle up for a thought-provoking journey through the American education landscape. Let's go! At number 5, we find ourselves in Alabama, home to legendary football rivalries and some stark educational realities. Only about 26% of adults hold a bachelor's degree, significantly lower than the national average. Underfunded rural schools are a major piece of the puzzle. Imagine being a bright-eyed kid in a rural Alabama town with crumbling school buildings and outdated textbooks. This isn't just about statistics. It's about real lives and kids who deserve a fighting chance. Dedicated teachers and community leaders are working tirelessly to create opportunities, but they can't do it alone. Investing in education is investing in Alabama's future. Next up, we head to Arkansas. Known for its stunning Ozark Mountains and its ongoing struggle with educational attainment, with a high school graduation rate below the national average, and fewer than 1 in 4 residents holding a college degree, access and affordability remain significant hurdles. If you're a student in a remote rural corner of Arkansas, you're likely far from the nearest college. Even if you navigate geographical barriers, the financial burden of higher education can be insurmountable. It's about equipping students with the skills and knowledge they need to thrive. Every student in Arkansas deserves a shot at a brighter future. At number 3, we find ourselves in Louisiana, home to jazz, Cajun cuisine, and a long history of educational inequality. Only about 23% of adults hold a bachelor's degree, and Louisiana ranks near the bottom in reading and math proficiency. Historical inequities, poverty, and lack of access to quality early childhood education are at the root of these challenges. Students in low-income communities often attend under-resourced schools, but there are glimmers of hope with dedicated educators and community leaders fighting for change. They're advocating for increased funding and policies that address educational inequality. At number 2, we arrive in Mississippi, a state with deep cultural roots and some of the most persistent educational gaps in the nation. Only about 22% of residents have a bachelor's degree, and test scores remain among the lowest. Poverty, racial disparities, and lack of access to quality resources contribute to these gaps. Underfunded schools, particularly in rural communities, limit opportunities for students. But there's a spirit of resilience with grassroots organizations and dedicated educators advocating for change. They're working to bridge the educational divide. At number 1, we find ourselves in West Virginia, known for its natural beauty and its position at the bottom of educational attainment rankings. Less than 21% of adults hold a college degree, the lowest rate in the nation. Economic hardship, geographic isolation, and a legacy of dependence on struggling industries contribute to this disparity. Despite these challenges, there's a deep sense of community and resilience driving positive change. Educators and community leaders are working to improve educational outcomes, focusing on early childhood education and support for struggling students. So, there you have it. We've journeyed through 5 states facing tough educational challenges. We've explored the complex factors at play and witnessed the spirit of those fighting for a brighter future. Education isn't just about statistics, it's about people and unlocking potential. It's about creating a more just and equitable society. Let's keep the conversation going. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Together we can make a difference.